Hi everybody, this is Gary Dean and this is our nightly video report for Wednesday, January 6th, 2015. So this little piece of information is really frustrating because I was checking it all day and the spiders was not even in on this column all day. And this is a 15-minute delay, so at 4:15 it came out, and all of a sudden the spiders ended up at the number one spot. And this was buying weakness. As you can see, we had the money flow was 195. We had the money flow for block trades was 350. So it's frustrating just because I didn't get it until after the close. I was actually interested in possibly taking a long position today, at least layering it in. But this was one of the reasons why I didn't. And the same thing happened yesterday, and I'll show you. Hang on one sec. So here you can see yesterday, the spiders was the number one spot, and it was the big boys were selling. So this came out again after the close. It wasn't on any of the buying the dips or selling rallies all day until the close. And I get this after, this comes in at 4:15. So by the time I get it, it's too late. And we saw what happened with the S&P just being up 4 points yesterday. And this was the number one spot as far as money flow, and they were selling. And we saw the S&P was down 40 at one point today. So today they ended up at the close they were buying. So there's a chance that we, may see somewhat of a bounce tomorrow. And the one thing that I'll say, and I actually said it in the morning notes, is I just would not be married to the short side. We've had a huge move to the downside. We're seeing, this is a 15-minute chart. We have some pretty good double set of bullish divergences here. And if we look at a 60-minute chart, this actually is giving us bullish divergences here as well, as we're very overbought. So this is a trend line I was following. It's almost a channel right here. It doesn't match up exactly yet. And I'm kind of hoping maybe tomorrow we get that push somewhere down into the 1975 level, 73. And if we just look at the daily chart, as far as there's fib support at 1960. So when we were here, we were in the ballpark as far as layering in, but I didn't really see any reason, because we still had some more room to go to get to the bottom of this trend line. We still had some more room to get to the bottom of the fib retracement. But again, when you turn around and you see they were buying at the close, it has me leading to believe that we, I may be missing the perfect entry on it. But that's okay. With the amount that it went down and the oversold levels that we're at right now, we're probably going to get a decent bounce. But the one thing I want to, we're going to keep this theme of these big whipsaw moves up and down. So I'm more interested on the long side for a couple reasons. One, daily, we do have bullish divergences here as we're making lower lows. We still have a little more room to get into the oversold level, so we may chop around a little bit before we get there. But on a 60-minute chart, we're pretty oversold here. We do have bullish divergences. And if it comes down anywhere into this level here, these support levels, whether it be this trend line or this green line, I'm going to start layering in, because we've been getting smoked lately in this market, and the only rally we had was this little bounce, and the S&P closed up 4 points. So we're going to get one of those face-ripping short covering rallies, and it's probably going to take the S&P someplace up into the 2040, 2054. And I wouldn't even rule out coming all the way back up to the 2070. So we have bullish divergences on the 60, still a little more room to get into the extreme oversold. We do have some bullish divergences on the daily. That still has some more room to get into the oversold. And 15-minute, we have bullish divergences. And right now, what the bulls need to do is get it through this 2003. If they do that, you can see that's a trend line as well as a moving average as well as a fib resistance. If they get through that, it should be a clear move up to the 2018, up to the 2020, somewhere up there. and we also have these two gaps that are going to get filled at some point. So that's why I'm interested on the long side. Right now, hopefully they don't gap it up tomorrow. If they do, most likely you're going to come down and test the lows. But I think as soon as tomorrow, I'm going to start building my position on the long side, be a little bit patient, and I think it's going to be a decent trade. And with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.